And good afternoon, everybody. I'm Power 5 meteorologist Frank Marzullo. I just got done with News 5 at noon, and we were talking about a line of thunderstorms that was filling in, moving to our eastern communities. And now National Weather Service has a severe thunderstorm warning on this. So this is our first severe thunderstorm warning of the afternoon. And I do think as we get later into the afternoon hours and evening, once we give this atmosphere a chance to rejuice up, we may see a few more of these. But this right now, again, is moving just to it was issued when it was about 10 miles south of Willowick, and it's moving northeast right now at 40 miles an hour. As you can take a look, and I'll step out so you can get a look at the entire polygon here. So that's going to include Chardon, of course. This is northeastern Cuyahoga County. Lake County, Geauga County. So some of our more populated areas here. So that would include areas of South Russell, Bainbridge, Solon, Twinsburg, out towards Aurora. You get out towards areas of Chardon. Kirtland will be in this as well. This includes all of our lakeshore communities from Euclid, stretching all the way through Mentor, through Fairport Harbor, and then even like, West Geauga, South Russell. So you're in this. We'll keep it out towards even the Geauga Fairgrounds there in Burton. Back over towards Thompson. So everybody needs to kind of be aware here. This is not a huge outbreak by any means, but this severe thunderstorm cell, as it's pushing itself eastbound right now, has the opportunity at least to produce some 60-mile-per-hour damaging wind gusts. We've had a very juiced up atmosphere. This storm is moving east at about 40 miles an hour. So let's dive into the power of 5 here. And as I mentioned earlier, when we were tracking some of those heavier downpours south of town this morning, you and I here on the digital platform, you can post your comments, leave your comments, and I will get to them as well here. But the bottom line is it's a little more informal to give you an idea of what we're looking at here. And we're talking about very heavy rainfall pushing into areas out towards Solon. And we're going to come in a little bit closer here. Let me clear off the alert for you for a second, just to give you a look at exactly what we're talking about for a track on some of this. Because again, it is moving east at about, let's say, roughly 40 miles an hour. So this is getting into Mayfield. It's getting into Gates Mills, Huntington Valley, out towards South Russell. We'll put a little bit of a track on this. And again, it's moving eastbound right now at about 35, 45 miles an hour. So it's moving very quickly here. So some of our towns that we're looking at, of course, right down through Main Street in Chagrin Falls, updating live for you. Gates Mills at about 1241. South Russell here coming in at 1241. We're talking Chesterland, 1246. Kirtland by about 1252. So bottom line is, it's summertime. Kids are at the pool right now as we work in areas to the east of the city. And you want to make sure everybody gets cleared and they get into where they need to be, because we don't want anybody caught off guard here. There was a lot of lightning within this, and that's indicative of what we've seen over the last couple of hours here. Let me zoom out the lightning tracker a bit. And so this entire cluster from Twinsburg all the way to the lakeshore right now, 746 lightning strikes. And we're still hearing thunder here in downtown Cleveland, as some of this now continues to pushing itself to the east of us here in downtown Cleveland. So meteorologist Frank Marzullo with you here in the Power 5 Weather Center. And again, not a big severe weather outbreak, but just enough here this afternoon to give us some concern, especially in our eastern suburbs. So this is getting ready to move into Chesterland, South Russell. It's coming a little bit closer now, out towards areas of Willoughby Hills, Mayfield Heights, right there, 322 Mayfield Road, very heavy rainfall. Out towards Richmond Heights, we're looking out towards Euclid here, Nottingham. This, again, going to be pushing right along 90 here as we get into areas of Willoughby, Mentor, Kirtland, and then as you go 306 south, you're going to be running right into it as well here. So again, I want to try to get some of our comments on here to give you all the information I can for you. Akron, getting a question about what about Akron here. As we zoom it out, you can see down to our south, things looking a lot better here out towards Kent. In and around Ravenna right now. Akron, there will be some rain, light rain around the Akron area, but you had your share earlier today. Right now, our big concern and our area of focus is going to remain areas here to the east, and I'll put that alert on for you once again And you can see we are in a severe thunderstorm warning right now for all of our areas from Euclid along the lakeshore all the way to Madison. And then as you get out towards Huntsburg, back over towards Burton, Chardon, out towards Chesterland and South Russell here, Bainbridge right there at 422. Getting ready to roll in, coming out of Chagrin, coming out of Bainbridge, coming out of Solon right now. This is going to be getting into Auburn Township, so getting out towards the lake a bit there with 422. And this is pushing itself to the east. Let me give you another track on it here as we widen out. And what I want to do here, and again, we try to be a little more smoother on television when we have active weather situations, a little more conversational here. So bear with me here as I get my right tools on for you, because what I want to take a look here and see with this severe thunderstorm cell, if there is any hail within this right now. And I'm not picking up any here with the power of 5. And we can come right into your living room here. And I am not picking up any hail within this thunderstorm cell at this hour, at least. Let's take a look at some of the winds here. And the rainfall rate too. The rain rates are just intense. I mean, look at this right here. So we will definitely see some flash flooding concerns. I'm gonna take my jacket off here if you don't mind for a second too. We're gonna definitely see no rotation. I'm not seeing any rotation within this right now. This is mainly wind gusts. And now you never say never with some straight line wind gusts. You can get straight line wind damage. That can be equally to an EF0 type of damage. But we're not looking at any tornadic activity right now. And that's the good news here from the power of 5. But if you take a look at the rainfall totals, this is impressive. And I grew up right there in Bainbridge Township there off Haskins Road back in the day. And I'll tell you what, when we were kids, this type of rainfall at 5-6 inches in some of these localized pockets right here, it gets those storm drains filled up, and that was in the 80s. We would go play in them. Do not do that now. We're much wiser nowadays. But you could get some very high water in a short period of time, especially areas that don't drain well. So keep that in mind. Moving right through Solon right now. This getting ready to get into Gates Mills. So Mayfield Road going east, of course, as we get out towards 306. Concord Township, you still got a little time here, but that eventually pushing in towards Concord, and then eventually farther east. But this thunderstorm warning right now stays into effect until 1:15 this afternoon. Let's go back to the radar picture now, and you'll notice as we come in a little bit closer, there's populated areas right here. So going right through Bainbridge right now, getting out towards like Tanglewood Country Club there, out towards Lake Lucerne. You got the Heinens right there at the corner there at 422. And then as you get out towards Russell, so going straight, this is cutting right through the east side of town here today, folks. Getting out towards Chesterland, Bass Lake, out towards the inn over there in Chardon. You still got a little time. I would say if you're any in these areas, and again, important to stress, this is not a big outbreak, but this is going to cause some disruptions. Get out of the pool, kind of tell the kids we're going to go in and have some lunch right now. Summer camps in these areas and whatnot. Counselors, they do a great job, and directors keeping everybody up to date. But kids are going to be coming in off, the golf courses as well here. Getting out towards Mentor. You're doing any driving, got an appointment or whatnot, maybe hold off because this rainfall is very, very intense. You're going to be looking at the opportunities for some pretty steady rain that's going to be popping up here going into the afternoon hours here over the next hour or so. As this getting into about South Chardon. I'm going to send one note out here. If you can just bear with me here for a hot second. So I want to pull up a couple cameras and show you here off to the east of what we're looking at with this severe thunderstorm warning here. And I'm going to get to some of your comments too. I'm getting older. I can't multitask as I used to. So just give me one moment here. Let's see if I pull up some cameras. Can pull up some cameras. Let me get that going. I'm going to just bear with me 1 second. We're going to get right back to this. into my live stream. Okay, thank you guys for. There we go. Send that up. Boom. So hopefully I'll get some cameras up here in a second for you to show you, because that rain, the visibility is going to be reduced big time as you work areas right here. I mean, you have any plans getting along a 90 right now? Okay, Concord back over towards Willowick. That's the Concord Mobile Home Park. Concord, of course, is more that direction, but that's going to be coming your way. But any plans along 90 right now, east of downtown Cleveland, maybe just hold off here. Because this rainfall is very, very intense here. Moving through Gates Mills, Hunting Valley, out towards Russell Center. Now we're getting in, and we're going to come in a little bit closer. There's Haskins Road. There's 422, of course, going through Bainbridge, back over Auburn. You'll be next with this incredible amount of rainfall and vivid lightning. One area that's, you might see some gustier winds could be right here, right kind of on the southern portion of this. Because what you want to look at here, and we go back to the old school, the comma shape on the radar there, but you're getting winds coming in here. So these are going to be some areas where you could definitely see some of those gusts upwards of 60 miles an hour. In fact, let me switch over to a tool we like to use here, showing the wind here. Let me get over to it 1 second. So this is our storm threat tool that we use, and you can see there are some opportunities. You might be getting some hail within this. Very heavy rainfall, of course, in the Bainbridge area, but hail is a possibility within this. We are not seeing any rotation in any of this, so that's good news right now. Okay, this never was going to be a big tornado threat type of day, but strong, powerful thunderstorms in this incredibly juiced up atmosphere, 100% could cause some damage here. So that's why we want to have everybody kind of take guard here, and don't fool around with this as this continues to push to the east here. And let me switch over one more tool I want to use here. Looking here, there's no rotation within this right now, folks. But we will look at some very gusty winds, and I wouldn't rule that out, especially as you get areas, on the leading edge. The gusts are going to be on the leading edge of this line. So you're talking right now, getting ready to move into Auburn Center and then Newberry eventually. But this is where the gusts would be. It would be right in here where you maybe could see some of those stronger gusts upwards of 55, 60 miles an hour as we work out towards Bainbridge and Beacon Hill here this afternoon. We're going to switch over here, pull up some cameras.
You're going to invite me.
I'm going to invite you. This is our friend Meredith here helping me out.
You're going to invite me, and then I will do an IFBN.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'll be in your ear shortly.
Thank you. Sounds good. Yeah, we'll pull up some cameras just to give you a good look, everybody, at where some of this heaviest rainfall is. Let's look east. You can go 90 east, Willoughby, East Lake, getting close to Menor, Mayfield Heights. Perfect. So Meredith's going to pull up some of those cameras for us here. And that's what I mean when I talk to you at home, that, it's a team effort when you do a severe weather. Not that this is a big severe weather outbreak, but keeping people updated, and, it's, conversation. The olden days, you'd have to be all buttoned up and smooth. And now you can just kind of get the information out to you folks, because, it's summertime and there's a lot of outdoor activity going on right now. So Burton Lake, Chardon, these are areas where I would say, Fairport Harbor. In fact, I can pull that shot up there here. Fairport Harbor. We're going to keep an eye on that this afternoon, because I would definitely be getting off the lakes. There was a marine advisory issued as well earlier. Let me pull up the right camera for you, friends, and I'll show you Fairport Harbor here in just a second. I'm going to go over to my other computer. I'm looking downtown Cleveland. Now, you're downtown Cleveland, you're west, you're looking really good right now. Yeah, you're clearing out, maybe a little light rain out towards the Akron-Canton area, but things are improving, absolutely, as we work into areas of downtown. Oh, this is a good shot. Wait till you see this. Okay, let me pull this up for you. And I say good shot, of course, we never want severe weather. But when you're, the meteorologist, you're in the weather, you look at these shots. Look at this. Look at that right there. Yeah, that is looking, so we are looking towards the storm right now, pushing eastbound here. And I'm not sure why. I'm sure we'll get this off. America loves voting, but it says America votes on there. It must be a banner or something here. I'll see if I can get that off for you here, but we'll figure it out. But nonetheless, if you look here to the, that's looking west now. And you can see the folks there at Fairport Harbor getting getting stuff off absolutely here. The beaches here and getting things tied down. Those kayaks, they'll go flying. You can see that wind and the direction. And of course, there's the lighthouse out there towards Fairport Harbor right now. Whiteout in Euclid, hearing that with heavy rainfall. Yeah, I'm surprised too. And we will look here in a second. We're going to go back to the radar picture. I'm surprised, and maybe there have been now. Nope, not yet. But I'm surprised there has not been flash flood warnings or alerts. I'm going to pull that up too, just to double check for you here. And anybody that's hearing me in the back, there it says America Votes. There's like an ABC banner on top of me. I don't know if that's going out, but that just popped up for some reason. But nonetheless, we'll figure it out. Okay, the severe thunderstorm warning has been scaled back now. So Euclid's out of that, South Euclid's out of that, Beechwood's out of it. And now it's our areas to the east. So this warning is going to continue here. And I'm going to put it up there. There's some cameras there. Beautiful. Here this afternoon. So yeah, we're trying to look areas. That's I-77. But things at Martindale, but things have cleared out there nicely. As we go through the afternoon hours, that will continue to be a little bit of a case. My battery on the IFB is actually going out, so I'll just keep an eye open for you and take a look. But if we'll go back over to the radar's picture right now, and we'll come into Chesterland, out towards Chardon right now, in around areas of Fowler's Mill, Kirtland Hills, Menor. Very heavy rainfall coming in at Paynesville. And this new severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect here a little bit longer than the original 115 as you're looking live there at I-77. And we'll switch it back over if we can back to the radar picture. So we'll give you updates on this new warning that just was issued as the severe thunderstorm warning for areas of Euclid and Beechwood. That now has since been lifted. However, a new severe thunderstorm warning now, it's an extension of the previous, really. That continues with 30-mile-per-hour storm moving just south of near South Russell, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So the parameters with this have not changed at all as we continue here this afternoon. There we go. We got the radar picture back, and I'm not sure why that's on there.
It looks like we may have hit a banner somewhere.
We hit a banner somewhere. There you go.
Media assets.
Media assets. Okay, take that off maybe. There we go.
No,
Nope. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Take that off. Hide. Okay. Thank you, Meredith.
Okay, now if you want to do a double box.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Add to stage.
Add to stage. Okay. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, and let's change your double box background.
Background to.
It should just be a plain blue.
Yes. Yes. Bubbles, not bubbles. There you go.
There you go.
That works. That works great.
Okay.
Okay.
That is 77 at 90.
Perfect. And I can go back and forth. That's 77 at 90 right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. 77, 90. And as we look. There we go. There we go. Okay, so let's talk about this severe thunderstorm warning that's remaining right now in effect. It's going to continue. I just got the latest info till about 1:15. So we're at 12:54 right now, and I mean this is moving really good clip here at about 40 miles an hour. So let's give you another track on it. There we go, and we're going to come in right here. So this is moving into Mentor, Kirtland Hills, as we mentioned, right there along 306, getting into Newberry. You know, this is going to be coming out towards Punderson State Park. As we put this at about, I'm just going to do about 39 miles an hour. It's moving about 39, 40, but I'll give you a little extra heads up there. And you can see the track on this with our storm look. And yes, it's coming right into Concord, right into areas of North Munson, out towards Fowler's Mill. So this will get into Kirtland Hills, 113. So Kirtland Hills, get ready. There's that look right now at 90 and 77 here this morning. Let me go over to the shot and I'll show you here what I'm looking at. There you go, 90 and 77 right now. Got to realize I got those screens and that screens. This is what's on. So there we go. You can see a lot of spray up and those dark clouds now pushing. So this is pushing itself eastbound fairly quickly here. Maybe we'll, Meredith, maybe something out towards Menor here as that storm's getting ready to push on in here. I'll go back over now to the wide scope here this afternoon, and we'll come in. And you can see Chardon 115. Let me widen this out a little more so for you here this afternoon. And again, we're just on the air here, on our digital sites and our social media sites here this afternoon, giving you the heads up, okay? There you go. Thank you, Meredith. Bainbridge, 1258. This is basically over you right now in Bainbridge, but Burton, 120, as this is pushing itself east and moving slightly north here this afternoon. That has been the one little bit of a change over the last, let's say, hour. It has been a little more of a northerly direction. I'm going to take that off for you here, and we'll put it into motion. And you can see the movement on this now as it's pushing into areas out towards Concord. This is going to get into Paynesville Township, right into Mentor, Perry, out towards the plant there, and then getting out towards the fairgrounds in Burton. In and around, our Amish country, they're Middlefield, right here. The warning expires right before it gets to Geneva. So we'll see what happens here. So folks along Ashtabula and Jefferson, I would definitely not be going out to the pool right now, okay, or doing any yard work. I would just kind of hunker down and stay put until this passes through, even though you're not under a warning as of right now. As we'll come in a little bit closer, this coming right into Chardon here, Bass Lake, okay, by the Bass Lake in there. Let me give you a stop frame here. And we have a really scary sky here. I'm going to try to pull this up, see if I can get this up here for us here. This is, oh yeah, look at that. That's I-90 and Ravenna Road here. So you're looking east. And you're driving in this, you're thinking, okay, hold on a second, what direction is that going? That's pushing eastbound, okay, folks? So anything west, looking okay, but a lot of vivid lightning in this. In fact, let me put our lightning tracker on for you here, show you the lightning strikes within this. Fairly impressive. And I'm going to widen this out. So this cell right here, that's right here, right Kirtland Hills, out towards areas of Chardon, we're talking strikes, about 259 strikes, and that's just within this cell. Now, as I widen the power of 5 out, of course, well, our radar network, you can see the entire cluster. So it's picking up lightning that's anywhere on this screen right now. We're at 514 strikes. So lightning, a huge issue here. I would not be surprised, and please notify us in the comments here or over on our News 5 Facebook page. You know all the places now of any damage that you might see, and never put yourself in harm's way, of course, with this. A picture is great, but we don't need a picture if it's going to harm you, okay? So I'll always wait. I always say, if you're in a safe spot, sure. If not, wait till after, get the damage pictures into us here. But yeah, areas of Fairport Harbor. Let me pull that Fairport Harbor camera back up here on my show and show you what we're looking at. Yeah, you can see the winds picking up here right now. Now, the storm itself has not reached this section yet, but the leading edge of it coming in, and you can start to see some of those drops. We'll hold the camera here. Doing this as long as I have, whenever you see lightning, it's always when you cut the camera away. So I usually like to stay on this a little bit here, see if we can see anything here as we're looking off to the west as this storm's pushing on in. So we'll go back over to the radar and our analysis here for you this afternoon. This is a severe thunderstorm warning that remains for areas of Geauga County, Lake County. This has not been extended yet here. So that's the good news. Here's another camera vantage point this afternoon. We're looking I-90 and Bishop. So I-90, Bishop. There's actually that big weekend rain that we had that Saturday morning, about 2 weekends ago, had a big accident here. But that's I-90 Bishop, and you can see the spray up and the brake lights going. Some of this rain, and I'm not an alarmist here, but some of this rainfall is so heavy and intense. We had reports out of Euclid, it was a whiteout, that this is the type of rain where the hazards go on and you're pulling off to the side of the road, okay? And then it's also the type of the rain that once this moves out, that steam and that heat and that humidity is going to start to refire back up. But you can see this line here. And let me give you another track just to make sure we're clear that everybody knows where this is going and what you need to do here. So Bainbridge, you're in the clear. Solon, you're in the clear. Beechwood out towards Beechwood Place, South Euclid, Lyndhurst, all in the clear here. Still dealing with heavy rain, though, from Euclid to Willowick out towards Willoughby. Right here out towards East Lake. Now, I was when I was a little kid, but like Lakeshore, I think it was called like Shoregate Plaza. I don't know if that's still there, but that was a plaza right there where my grandparents grew up, right there in Willowick. So that whole area right along the lake, very heavy rainfall, intense rainfall, and a lot of lightning here. This is where we could see, and let me give you an up close look at our rainfall rate here. Yeah, so this is the area where we could see some high water concerns really, really quickly here. I mean, you're looking at intense amounts of water now. These, of course, are Power 5 estimates here, but with the slowness that this particular area is holding on, you could get a quick, it's saying 6 inches an hour. Let's look at about probably 4, very quickly here. And these are in isolated areas, but it runs off and it can create flash flooding in no time at all here. So we want to make sure that you stay very weather aware on that. Okay, another vantage point, Mary, that's pulling up for us here. This is I-90 at South Route 9. And you can see from this shot, look, there you go. There you got the flashers on, right? So the flashers are going with a lot of spray up here. This is I-90 at South Route 91, State Route 91. Thank you so much. I lost my readers. I need to find those. But yeah, here, Meredith's got me. She's got me on everything here. Okay, so there's I-90. This is going right through Menor right now. Okay, Great Lakes right there. The mall getting ready to push into Concord. So this is getting ready to push right into areas of Ravenna Road. So do keep in mind here, there's 90 as we come in a little bit closer. This is going to be pushing right into Concord, right into Paynesville, Fairport Harbor. You're just about to get hit here with very heavy rainfall and a lot of gusty winds. Haven't seen, and I'm going to pull some storm reports up here in a moment. Let me go back to my Fairport Harbor cam. Yep, you can see the waves picking up. There is that marine advisory going on right now as well there in the Fairport Harbor area. They're off Lake Erie to the east of downtown Cleveland. So keep that in mind as we put all of this into motion for you now. We're going to go back to some of the comments here. Getting dark in Madison. Yep. Just trying to see News 5 Cleveland. Menor got wind, then rain, and a lot of lightning. And that was about, let's say 4 minutes ago when you posted that. I think that was Jeff. It's coming down pretty good right now for you there in Menor. And you can see, it's just as I've been talking over the last couple of seconds here, how this television shot has changed from Fairport Harbor. You can see reduced visibility very quickly now with some of that rain picking up. Winds are not all that impressive right now, but this is just on the edge of Fairport. As we'll go back over to our analysis mode of the Power of 5. So yeah, you can see, I mean, we're looking at that camera. We're looking this direction as it's coming in. And so when we go back to that camera here in a minute or two, you're going to notice a quite difference. Now, this is intense water coming down. So this is, State Route 44 and 2 at Newell Street. You can see, look at that. Look at the camera blowing right there in the wind. This is, this is not this happens. But this is a classic summertime scenario where you get these intense downpours. The leading edge is where you get the winds that could be causing issues. But once that initial, edge pushes through, then it's this copious amount of water that continues to come down. And this is creating a real issue for us right now on our eastern neighborhoods, along 90 as well, out towards Concord. I've had a lot of folks asking me, tornadic activity? No, we don't see that with this. But let me remind you many times that straight line wind damage is very similar to, a weak tornado. So if we do get some straight line wind damage in this, because this severe thunderstorm cell has really produced the opportunity, at least, for about 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. I want to go back over to just take a look here at our hail product. I have not seen much in the way of hail within this. I'm not going to say not, but I just have not seen much. What I have seen, and this is rainfall, our rainfall rates, and this is why, those interstate shots you're seeing right now are just, they're getting overwhelmed with the water here, up to 5 inches in some of these pink spots. And then you can see how isolated that is, and then just off of it, maybe up to 2 inches of very localized heavy rain as this system, this cell continues to push itself to the east at about 35 to 40 miles an hour. So as important as it is to tell you where we have active weather with this severe thunderstorm warning, I also like to at times just tell folks, because Greater Cleveland, a big area here, who is in the clear, who's not worried right now. No problems when you get Solon South down to Akron, little leftover rain out towards Akron right now. No problems out towards Lorain here at this hour, but you'll notice as we go out towards the islands, a few more thunderstorms popping. So as quickly as these move through, we here at the Power of 5, Katie will be in later this afternoon. We're going to keep an eye on this into the evening hours. For the sheer fact that this atmosphere is going to juice itself back up. Now, the rounds we get tonight and tomorrow morning, that will stabilize things a bit, giving us a better looking weekend. So here's Ravenna right now. We're talking 44 I-90 there. So you're getting south and east. And you can see that rain is coming down. Ravenna, as we go over to the radar picture now, is just, it's outside of this now. So you're not looking at anything severe here in Ravenna. Bainbridge, you're in the clear out towards South Russell along 306. But where I'm primarily concerned about is right over Chardon now, Concord, very heavy rain, Paynesville out towards Menor, and right along the lakeshore here from Willowick to East Lake, stretching in and around areas of Menor on the lake. This amount of rainfall has been incredibly heavy, and it's extending itself a bit. It's moving at about the same rate, but the amount of coverage of real estate here is a little larger with this swath, and that's why we could see some more opportunities for heavy downpours in and around areas of Menor on the lake, in and around areas of Willoughby. Let me get over to my other shot here because I want to check out that Fairport Harbor camera, and there you go. Yeah, you can see that wind. You see the they're not buoys, but the little safety things that keep folks from going out too far. Yeah, those are bobbing pretty good there. And you can see just, in this shot right here, that tarp blowing pretty good. So that rain is coming down at a really good rate now as we look out towards Menor on the lake. I want to point out one thing too. Let's take a look at these temperatures across the area here where we've had a lot of rain-cooled air push through. I mean, Cleveland, if you joined us on News 5 at noon, we were in the mid to upper 80s. We're at 75 now, rain-cooled air. Out towards areas of Worcester, 79, rain-cooled. We were talking heat indices, upwards low 90s. Ashtabula, that's about to get rain-cooled. But look back to the west. We're quickly rising it up back into the mid-80s. Going to be near 90, and that's why I don't want guard left. I don't want you caught off guard going into the later afternoon hours, because I think as we get closer to News 5 at 5 and 6, we will be tracking more opportunities for some strong thunderstorms firing on up here. So as quickly as this moves through, that atmosphere will get much better and juiced up here. Let's go down to the south here a little bit, right outside of the warning area, actually, and there's another vantage point. That's I-90, 44. You can see a lot of spray up there. Heavy rain, lights are flashing. But as we get out towards Auburn Center here, we could see some pretty gusty winds within here and just really heavy rainfall primarily. I would say here as well. So Burton, be on the watch here. This is about to come into Burton, coming into the Geauga Fairgrounds there. There could be some gusty winds within this. If you look at a little bit of the little notch there we have. Again, not looking at rotation by any means as of right now. Haven't seen that here on the Power of 5. But we are going to look at the opportunities at least for some damaging wind. I wouldn't rule that out. Getting out towards Burton here very closely and Burton Station here. Coming right here along Kinsman Road. So could get some gusty winds here if you are in and around the area here. There, of course, is the fairgrounds and the stadium here. As we take a look, coming in a little bit closer. Again, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning. It continues to 115. That includes Burton here at the fairgrounds here in Geauga County. So if you are looking at, living around here around Cook Street out towards Goodwill, East Center, try to get into some cover here because this is about to push in very quickly for you. And if you're anywhere east of this line, get the patio umbrellas down because those winds are gusting. Here's a look at Newell Street, east of 44 now. Okay, thank you. Newsroom, they're telling us now we've got 12,000 people without power. That's mainly in the Lakewood area. And and also in Cleveland because you're on the west side. It came down, but really around, gosh, what was it, about 20 after the hour or so, this just kind of filled back in. It did break back up. It filled back in, and we were tracking it for you here with the Power 5. And right pretty much on the cut Cleveland in half there from downtown east, that fired up. So we do have several, more than several, 12,000 people without power right now in and around Lakewood, right when this thing came through here into Cleveland earlier with some of those gustier winds as we continue to watch out towards Peck's Corners and Chardon, back over towards Bass Lake, this pushing on in. Let me take off the alert here for a hot moment, give you another track at where we see this going here this afternoon. And you will see right here, let me move this off here. As we do this on the fly, as I mentioned, when we're doing it on the television, we like to keep it nice and smooth looking. But this is as you and I talking here. So here's our latest track here with the Power 5. You're talking Clarendon at 120 now, Montsville by 131, 139 Thompson, Hartsgrove as well. Now I am looking here. What time is it now? So we're getting close to 112. We'll see if they want to extend this warning at all to include any areas like Geneva or Ashtabula. I will tell you, as I put this into motion, let's just look, you and I together now, over the last hour. And we have all the tools in the world, but sometimes just the naked eye looking at the radar to see about the intensity. And you can see there has been a little weakening here, at least in the widespread coverage as it pushed through the eastern edges, but still, there is a lot to be concerned about with gusty, damaging wind and a lot of heavy rain now as this is pushing through Chardon, pushing through Fairport, pushing through areas of Paynesville. We'll go back over to the live camera there, and yeah, not much change, still coming down at a really good rate here this afternoon. So I'll go back over to our analysis mode, and we continue to talk about, okay, and we got one here. Let's widen this out right now. I'm going to turn this loop off for us. There we go. Okay, so you can see, though, out towards New Philly, we got some downpours. This is nothing that's a widespread concern. Out towards Canton, there's another look here, and this is getting closer to the city, of course. There's I-90, and you can see the city in the background. Now, I will tell you, yes, we're draining off some of that water, but look just above. Right? That little atmosphere, that little haze starting to build back in, and we're going to get the atmosphere refired back up and juiced up as we go into the afternoon hours here today, and that's why we could have a concern. Here's a live look right now at downtown Cleveland from 30th and Euclid here, and you can see, I mean, we had the big downpours, the lightning, the thunder. I tend to talk loud, so I don't hear any thunder anymore, but I did hear it when I was quiet. Yeah, that is pushed off to the east now, and you can see here that atmosphere. It's going to get juiced back up and gelled up, so we're not out of the woods. Church festivals tonight, things you have going on. Make sure you stay alert with the News 5 app. We'll keep you updated, of course, going into the afternoon and the evening hours as we still are on the air here a little on our social media platforms a little after 1:15. Thunder and rain in Concord, that's exactly what we were looking at. Okay, so Joey is saying half of Lakewood from Franklin to 117th at Warren Road, no power. Yeah, as far south as I-90, and that's what our newsroom is reporting as well here at News 5, that we are looking at the opportunities for at least 12,000 people without power here. And big winds there. Okay, let me go over here. No rain in Avon. Yeah, Avon, you're in the clear for now, but there are more storms that are going to continue firing back up. So we are hitting the 1:15 hour right now, the 1:15 time mark. Let's go back to the Power 5. That warning is still going to, they've shrunk it down. You can see the coverage of this now, which we saw, if you were with us just a few moments ago, we saw in those final frames, the shrinking of the real estate that these cells have been covering. And now the warning itself, and let me give it a real-time data stamp here. Boom. So the warning itself looks, yeah, they have allowed the warning to expire at this point. Because the intensity, as we mentioned just a few moments ago, has really started to die out in some of this, at least the coverage area, as this is continuing to push. But it's still packing. I'm going to hang out with you a little bit longer. I mean, it's still packing a bit of a punch here from Middlefield 136, Clarendon 140. Expect heavy rainfall. Another vantage point with this one that's pushing along I-90 coming out of Fairport Harbor now, in and around Madison on the lake. We're talking Perry 126, Madison 136 there. Geneva, you're going to get some rain. The intensity, though, it is weakening a bit. As you look at another vantage point, this is I-271 right now at White Road. And, yep, a lot of spray up. And you're thinking, okay, well, we'll be in the clear now. That storm moved through. Just give it some time. You know, Trent was on earlier this morning, and right when we were texting back and forth, and right before they went out the air, said, some things are popping, you know, out towards Mansfield and whatnot. We're going to have to watch that. That's that cluster that just, it just went into that atmosphere, right? It just fed off the juice of the atmosphere here. It's like putting gas in the car, and it just made these balloon up here over the last several hours. But as we go through the remainder of the day, I do want to say we want to keep a watchful eye, because we are not going to be completely out of the woods just yet, especially into the evening hours, because we are going to get some clearing here, and that will, you know, build into haze, build into heat. You don't need a lot of clearing. The atmosphere is juiced up enough here, folks, but that will build in some of that haze and keep us, well, you know, with the threat for more storms. You can see some of them out over Catawba right now, out towards Sandusky. Cedar Point coming in close. All good right now. If you got friends out there on the Siren's Curse. Not sure if you saw Mike Holden on there earlier this week. Worth the visit to News 5 on Facebook. Check out that video. Quite fun. But you can see here out towards Akron, Canton right now, dealing with a few downpours. This is nothing you can't handle. But again, most of the heavy activity now pushing off to the south or pushing off to the north and to the east, with just this one last cluster right over Paynesville, out towards North Perry, right along I-90, Harpersfield. Okay, so we're getting out to, you know, this holds together. Yeah, Geneva, you're going to get rainfall. I mean, that goes without saying here. Let me give you a little, let me do a little track here. So there's 90. We'll put this at about 35, 40 miles, right out towards here. And yeah, Geneva by about 134. Geneva on the lake, of course, 137, all within the same area there. Madison, 126. So Madison about to get pretty wet there here over the next, let's say, 10 minutes. With some gusty winds and vivid lightning here. Let's look at the rainfall rates while I still got you. And I will tell you, and this is encouraging too. Those rainfall rates have come down dramatically here. You know, there was at one point, as you're looking live there, I-90 and State Route 91 there, there was at one point that these magentas, the extreme right, that took the whole line. That took the whole cell. Now those are much more closed in, and we're not seeing as widespread with the rainfall when you talk about the intense flooding or flash flood potential, at least. So right over Paynesville here, I mean, you still have some very intense rainfall, but most of this now about 1.5 inches an hour. Burton's still dealing with some very heavy rainfall, you know, because in that little magenta shade there. And again, not saying that the whole area is seeing 4.8 inches, 4.8 here in the hour, but that's showing you the intensity rate there here as we continue to work at News 5. So sprinkling in Uniontown, Perry, wind, rain. Yes, Perry, you are right there. You are, I mean, this is coming right into Madison, right into Perry now, right along 2, right along 90, coming a little bit. There's Perry, there's Madison, Geneva on the lake. Again, warnings have all expired. And I'm going to, you know, I always like to look at two different screens when we're on the air here. And again, nothing that's, you know, life-threatening here with a big outbreak, but this is intense and causing real issues. And it's messed up your day, right? It's messed up your afternoon. We knew some storms were firing up, but yeah, most definitely. Let me do a little refresh here and see what we got here. Yeah, all of our warnings have expired here. National Weather Service, though, issuing and probably talking about the heavy rainfall. They're issuing a special weather statement here. And you saw it here on the Power of 5. It's just nice to kind of reiterate things. What our friends over at the Weather Service are thinking too. The storms, of course, you know, are weakening a bit, and that's why that warning's not been extended. But nonetheless, we're continuing to deal with very heavy rainfall and some gusty winds. That's 90 at 221. So Payne Road, is that right there? Yeah. County Road. So yeah, you can see, I mean, that's going right towards Paynesville right there, and the winds are picking up. So while the warning is not of concern any longer, you still have some very gusty winds within this right there, and that's where we're looking at our cameras right there. Right, there's 90. There's Paynesville. It's pushing out towards Perry, Harpersville. towards Bostwick here, going to widen out. I'm going to take a little pause, get my breath, talking to myself. Hopefully not. No, I'm not talking to a lot of people on here, and we appreciate you. Let me see here. 740 people watching. Look at that. Share it. Maybe they'll buy me lunch. Okay, so here's where we're going, out towards Burton. You can see here Middlefield. So Middlefield, you're going to be next. Mesopotamia. Again, I'm not overly concerned here. This is going to be disruptive for you, but it continues to push itself to the east here. So I say we take a little break. Obviously, if something more would develop, and we are going to see more developments as we go into the later afternoon, evening hours. I'll be here later today, see you at 4, and of course, Katie McGraw, meteorologist Katie McGraw, keeping you covered tonight. But what we'll do is we'll take a break here on the Facebook, on the social medias and all that. And anything more warrants, we'll come back on here, and hopefully not. And we hope you have a good day. Thanks.